Hello and welcome to Furryearsworld, where we are back in Stone Block 3 land. When we were last here, we kind of got some sort of washing system working here. It works. Let's leave it at that, shall we? It fills up real powerful quick. I'm not kidding. It does fill up real powerful quick. This box is struggling to cope with the amount of iron that gets spewed out. Which, in many ways, is a fun thing. I quite enjoy the fact, but it comes out as nuggets. And the nuggets are the problem. It may be beholden on us to move our nuggets into an alternate location. I'm thinking move the nuggets into a smeltery or something. Just fill the smeltery with nuggets, then melt them down and pour out iron blocks. That might be the easiest way we have, but we have no reliable source of lava. That's a good point. Well remembered, Furryears. Well remembered. Here, we found this block. This mushy block, which is basically turning the output of the cobblestone generator into gravel, into dirt, and into sand. So we've got sand potentially waiting to come out of there. If I put a funnel on there, an andesite funnel, that would presumably just spit out, just type thing. I'm not sure what we're doing with that though. We probably need another fan in line with this fan, because that's going to spit out into... I'm not sure. I feel like that might need to come out one more. I know, we might be alright. We might be alright. It might be one further back, but it might be alright. We need an enclosed fan and potentially some conveyor belt across the back. Conveyor belt's not actually going to do anything. It doesn't going to carry anything, but it's just I'm just using it to transmit power, basically, is what I'm doing. We're going to need 2 more encased fans. Encased fanny. That one. So we need the propeller, which is iron plates and andesite. We need 8. 8 of them and 2 of them. Methinks we're going to need a hell of a lot more than that, but we'll see what we do. And we need some shafts. Do I have any shafts at all? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And a conveyor belt. That should do the trick. Or should do a trick. There might need to be more. Could be a problem. Right, let's put that there and let that do its job. I'm wondering if I need to do some glass work. It may be that I need to do a little bit of the old glass work here, just to control what comes out of. I don't know whether the dropping is going to be a liability. I would feel more comfortable with controlling it, if you know what I mean, like that. Like that sort of thing. And the washing will theoretically take place kind of around here. Just not entirely sure when, where, how all that's going to work. Can I make some rods? I can. Can I make the... Oh, that my plates should be done now, shouldn't they? Good. No. We're not mashing the glass. Thanks anyway, we're not mashing the glass. That would be bad news bears. So basically the purpose of the glass is to control the drop. Because I don't know if the drop's going to be wayward. Kind of crazy, out there, loony drops type thing. Nope, that's not right. We need more of them. Okay, that's fine. I thought we had the right amount. We do not have the right amount. Oh, maybe we do. Maybe we did plan ahead. Maybe we did plan ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Looks like we did plan ahead. So if we make the encased fan, bosh, got 2 encased fans. 2 encased fans. Thanks for that, game. I probably should have shift clicked it. I'm blaming the game, but it was clearly, just clearly, Furryears that was at fault there. So we think the fan is going to be there. Not like that. Not at all. Like that. We think the fan is going to be there. Like that. Yes. And we're going to have... Didn't we just make shafts? We did. Excellent. A shaft there and a shaft there. And then we put a belt on that, and that will transfer power for us. Like that. And that fan is now blowing the right way. We need the water that needs to blow to be trapped, entombed. And how are we doing that? How are we trapping that? Slab. Slab. And that slab needs to... Okay, we might need to pop a block down there to do this. We need it on the top half of that slab. So if I crouch, I should be able to put it there. Nice. So that's still blowing through there. We need a bucket of water because... Oh... No, this is something else, isn't it? This is, this is haunted first. What are we burning over there? Any ideas what we're burning over there? I don't remember. You can have that. I don't know why I've got that. What the hell have we got that burning on? Grab the flint and steel. We might be able to put it out just to relight it. What is that? Is that soul sand? That is soul fire. Yeah, it is just soul sand burning. Okay. So we need some sand to burn. So if I grab a sand, convert it in the soul fire. Like that. And we need to dig a hole. Dig a hole is what we need to do. And then we have that like that. So that is now haunting. So I can stand here and get haunted. Yes, that works. Cool. I think. So if we block this off with glass, if we just put a cup of glass around this side, an L shape of glass here, and we have the conveyor belt, that could be awkward. That could be messy. See, the problem I've got is power transmission. That's the problem I've got here. This all works for turning the sand into soul sand. But then we need to deliver it somehow into something kind of here. We could put it into a box. We could put it straight into a box and then pipe it. into what are we going to drop it with? Into another box that has a funnel on the side. Yeah, that would work. It's a plan. I dare say it's a terrible plan, but it's a plan. So we're going to suck up directly into that, theoretically, and then output it to that. And then we're just going to pipe between the two. Because we don't need to filter the pipe, we can just move anything down that pipe. That should work. There's a lot of shoulds here, isn't there? There's an awful lot of shoulds here. Let's just grab all the glass because we might need to do shenanigans here. And I think we're probably going to have to do some shenanigans with shafts and stuff again. Because we're going to want the fan that we have there to sit there. But we need to power that, which we can do with a couple of shafts and another conveyor belt. That will be where the water sits, so... Will that be where the water sits? That's in the wrong place, isn't it? We've messed that right up. That should be... Yeah, that should be back there. Not that it really matters, but it should be back there. Because we were planning water here, weren't we? We were planning for water, so we did a standoff. And we didn't need to do a standoff. I always end up using one space in my inventory and just moving everything in and out of that one space. It's frustrating being this dozy. Okay, that's good. And then we're going to use glass to go like this. We will need to break stuff out of here to get the hopper in. Because we'll need not the hopper, the andesite, picky-uppy, doohickey. Why can I not remember the name funnel? What is wrong with me that I can't remember the name funnel? Doesn't feel good, you know. Funnel. And we'll need a funnel on the second one as well. Because I'm assuming we're going to pull that into a chest too. I don't know if that's right. I don't think that's right. I think we move that out one. I think we are making a rod for our own back there. So let's move everything out one block. Like that. Then we have Mr. Funnel. Is he going to pick up? That feels too far away. He's being blown against here. We could have him pointing outwards, you know. That would solve some problems. Feels like wasteful on the glass, but... I'm just uncomfortable about going around the corner. I think the corner is the optimal direction. I'm just uncomfortable about it. So we can have him there. And then we've got a blindness effect. It's fine. That's wrong. That's ejecting. We don't want it to eject. There we go. That's taking it in. Yeah. We kind of... Yeah. Cool. So now we can go... Let's not put more glass back until we've set the filter on this bad boy. I think that would be beholden on us. I think we can do it from here. I just saw the location marker. There. So we can set the filter. And then we'll draw out of this box, around the corner, and I guess win? Oh, are we going to need No, we should be alright with just an ordinary funnel, shouldn't we? I don't know how this is going to work. I genuinely don't know how this is going to work. So this should be interesting. Let me just grab some sand because I'm going to need to set a filter, and we want the filter. And it was nuggets and nonsense, wasn't it? It was this, and we had woolen nuggets. I'm worried about string. If we're going to start spaffing all our string on silly little projects, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to make 2 of these while I'm about it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we're going to run out of wool pretty damn quick. Right, so we want 1. Okay, could we... Okay, let's just sort out the inventory a bit. Okay, that needs to be set as sand and allow. Save. So that one is sand. That needs to be set to deny soul sand. So we're going to deny sand on the first one and deny soul sand on the second one. And then we're going to end up washing soul sand. There we go. So that's denying sand. That has calmed the hell right down. So that's chewed through its backlog. So whatever comes out of that now is live. It isn't a closed loop system yet. We haven't got that far with it, but it is better than it was. Which is important, I think. Kind of wish... I'm feeling that we may need to move base, because at some point this room is just going to be rammed with useless nonsense that I don't really understand, even though I built it. If you know what I mean. That's less than premium for me. Having all of this doing stuff in here, and it's not bad to look at. Don't get me wrong. I don't think this is ugly in any way, shape, or form. But it's just a reminder that I don't really 100% know what I'm doing with Create. Although, let's be honest, we're using Create. We are making our way in the world today. And it takes everything you've got. Getting away from all your worries, you know, it sure would help a lot. So, are we saying with this box... Did I just break the floor? I possibly just broke the floor, which is, you know, it's not the end of the world. It's not what I wanted to do. Yes, I did. And I broke the floor in the wrong place, which is, you know, typical Furryearsworld. I did need to break the floor there. I forgot I needed to break the floor, but I did need to break the floor there. No, I didn't actually need to break the floor there at all. I'm just stupid. That's all there is to it, really. So this is where our water's going to be, and then we use the slab that we've got somewhere, because we've still got slab. Still running around with the slab. Don't know why we're still running around with the slab, but we are. And take that away. And we're going to have our chest, I guess, there. So this is going to have to somehow be piped into there. This will have, again, the doohickey on the side. So we probably need to encase this so that this stuff gets where it needs to go. Like that. And it will be washed here into another chest, which we don't have. So we just need to pipe that into there. Then the sand, the soul sand that comes out of there will go into there, and then it'll be washed in here, and that will give us all the shiny resources out of there. Yes, yes. That can get filled in now. This is now a live system. This is now a fully live system, apart from the missing sucky machine, which I think is going to pull whole blocks, whole stacks, and I'm not massively thrilled about that. We need some more water, or some water in the first place, because I don't think we actually got the water. The buckets will do bucket shenanigans in a second. I don't appreciate the bucket shenanigans. There we go. There we go. Let's make some boxes while we're over here. We need wood. Luckily, we got wood on trickle. We got trickle wood. Little bit of trickle wood. Let's throw that in there. Boop, 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 boop. Grab that out. Nice to have some wood in my inventory. It feels good to get a bit of wood in the old inventory. You know what I mean? So that's going to take our other brass sucky machine with the filter that's in my hot little pocket. And it is a hot little pocket. You better believe it is. That's going to go there. With this thing on the back. Feeding into there. And then we need to kind of crouch. Find the position where we can actually set that filter, which doesn't seem to exist. We might need to lose this chest. You're gonna let me a little bit there. There we go. Apparently shift clicking there is not an option. And we want that to go there and there and there. We are gonna need, well, maybe we could do it from above. Maybe we could do it from above. Alright, that should, let's get the bucket of water in. And we need this to be powered, which we could do by smacking that out and having shafties there, there, and there. And we could just run another conveyor belt to transfer the power. There must be a better way of transferring power than just using belts. It feels just like wasteful. To use a whole belt to do that job. I mean, it works. Don't get me wrong, it works. Right, we need to andesite plopper jobbies now. Ooh, let's see if we can get this pipe working, which is probably going to need to run under here where we just put this glass down and into the bottom of that box, which does leave this open at the side, which is a possible problem. Hopefully not, but possible problem. Pipes. Let's have a look at the pipes mod. PIP. These. Item pipe is made. Iron and droppers. That gives me 16. Let's crack that nut. I think these are pretty ugly blocks. I'm not going to lie about that. I think they are pretty ugly blocks. We're probably going to need some redstone for this, aren't we? Bag up on redstone. And if we go for that, and we want droppers, which are that. We need 2 of them. Perfect. And then we need these. 16. Perfect. That should... Pipies! Okay. There might be a tool that goes with them. It's the pipes mod. So if we go at PIPEZ, there is a pipe wrench, which is brass rods. Have I got one of them? Yes, I have. So if I drop a brass ingot into there, we should get that. Feels very odd that we're mixing mods like that. I don't know whether we need 2 of those, because we need 2 brass rods. I'm hoping we get like some kind of replication going on, but I don't see how we would. Okay, we did get doubling up. 2 flint. Okay, that seems a weird recipe. That feels like a weird recipe. Flint. 2 of them. Bop, bop. So we want to go brass rod, flint, flint, spanner. Bit harsh, but, you know, sometimes you just got to yell spanner. So this should allow me to configure the pipes to do what we want them to do, which is pull out and push in. I'm hoping push in is native to the pipes, and we don't need to configure that. Should hopefully just be the pull out. No, I don't want you to connect up to that one. That would be a no on that. That would be a pull out. That looks... I'm assuming that will work. If I put something in there, what can I put in there? My soul sand? Does my soul sand go? It does. Does it end up in there? It does. Okay, so that works. So soul sand will appear in this box, and the pipes will shift the soul sand to there. We just need the 2 funnels, Funnel, which is dried kelp and andesite alloy. And that should fire the whole machine up. Theoretically. 2 andesite alloy I've got, and 2 dried kelp. We only need... Oh, we only need 1 of these, don't we? Because it'll do 2. It'll do a pair. That and that. It's a relatively cheap recipe. I'm not hating that. You can have the rest of the pipes. Pipes works. It just works. It's cheap, it's cheerful, and it just does move stuff around. There is limited filterability on it. So if I bang that on the side of there, that should just drop everything out of there. Can I? Is there an option to... There's no option. It's just going to dump. Okay. So if I go up here, this could degenerate into an absolute nightmare here. But we'll see what happens. We want to put that there. No, we were holding shift there, unfortunately. I need that back. I got it back. Okay, so then we put that there. Okay, that's doing what we asked it to do. Okay, soul sand is appearing here. So it is doing the job. We don't want to be picking that up, though. We really don't want to be picking that up, but we can put it in there. Those pipes are quick. Something may have happened. Something doesn't feel right here. I mean, it's doing it. We are getting washed product. Are we happy with that? We may lose out on stuff. I don't know. I mean, it's working. The essence of the piece here is it's working. We're getting glowstone, dust, and nether quartz. I thought we got more than that out of there. We need it, so yeah, we're getting it. We might need to replicate this process to wash other stuff, because there's a lot we don't get. Got another stick. The trees are being generous. There's a lot we don't get from this process. And we need to make sure we're not letting that overload. There's a whole gamut of stuff we need to wash from basically gravel, sand, and dust. They need to get washed. And I think this is the optimum setup. The complicated one, the double washing, has been done. Whether it's reliable, I don't know. I think we're going to find that out later. But I think for now, from Furryearsworld, having made a machine that does something presumably reasonably well. We've got some gold. Yeah, fair enough. We're going to go with a cheery old ta-ta for now.